The Senate and the National Assembly are different houses. The public participation that was done by the National Assembly does not tie to us in the Senate. Because we are considering this bill as senators, and as a House we believe that it is an unconstitutional bill, we demand that there has to be public participation in the stage when we are considering this particular bill. So that we demand that all the 47 counties must pronounce themselves on this bill in terms of public participation of Mwananchi during the time that we are considering this particular bill. That is the way forward.
That the people out there who brought us here have a right to participate in this housing bill. And they have a right to ask questions. They have a right to also be told exactly what to expect. There must be consultation amongst all of us with the citizens. And that is why we are here in this house. So the issue of taking a shortcut, this is where a point of departure with the minority side comes in. We have told the Speaker, first and foremost, to respond to the letter that we have written to him. The letters that we have written to him, that he should respond and tell us exactly how he feels about our complaints, because we have written quite a number of complaints to him. Yeah. Particularly, these are issues on constitutional bills, which are before the House and which have not been responded to.
We are here to fight for devolution. We have a lot of unconstitutional legislative proposals which are being introduced in the House. And the moment we raise the concern of those unconstitutionality, it falls into deaf ears. We have also raised concern in the manner in which the leadership is treated, and especially by members of the Speaker's panel. And we feel that it is imperative that the Speaker respond to these matters. Today, it is going to affect our leader. Tomorrow, it is affecting the entire country, because we're here to defend the Constitution. We have raised a lot of serious concerns regarding the way our own members' bills are being plagiarized. Senator Sifuna has mentioned the bill on digital health. There is also a second bill on the public finance management, which is also drafted by the same senator, Senator Hamida, who spends sleepless nights doing research to be able to come up with a legislative proposal. But the moment she submits the proposal through the processes of Parliament, one way or the other, it lands into the hands of greedy hyenas waiting at the executive, so that they can be able to plagiarize, change the name. And in fact, if you take Senator Hamida's legislative proposals and you look at the other ones, it's apple to apple. You compare everything. The only thing which is different is the name of the sponsor at the bottom. So we just want to call upon the Speaker to be able to lead this House in a manner which is equitable. We are not asking for favors. All we are asking is for us to be given an opportunity to represent our people. Today we are going to a hotel in Machakos County to be able to go and discuss our success, but there's no success. If everything we are trying to do, if these members, when they are trying to debate issues, the debate is stifled. If these members, when they try to raise issues, they are not given an opportunity. We have members here who, when they try to submit on any matters, they will not give an opportunity. So we have come here to be able to demonstrate our frustration and to be able to tell the citizens that we represent that there is a crisis in this country. We are the upper house. A lot of bills will end up in court because a lot of Kenyans are out there and they are focusing on protecting devolution. Article 96 mandates us to protect devolution and also to protect counties. Now, if we cannot question a bill that has to do with housing, if the two speakers of the two houses cannot concur on that bill, on whether the matter concerns counties or not, and then the matter goes to the counties, it will affect our counties. The water bill, water is devolved. So what we are doing here is that we are trying to defend the Constitution.
This is the Senate minority reflection on the first and second sessions. The Senate had scheduled a retreat for all members today, Monday the 4th of March 2024, at the Agel Grand Hotel in Nairobi, under the theme reflecting on the first two sessions of the 13th Parliament and drawing a roadmap for the remainder of the term. We, the members of the minority side, have left the said retreat in protest at the hypocrisy of the Speaker's office, especially the open disregard to the rules of the House and contempt directed at the minority side and its leadership. We wish to give our reflection on the first two sessions to provide context for our action this morning. In our considered opinion, the Speaker's office is one of the biggest impediments to the proper working of the House for the following reasons. Number one, capture of the legislative business. The legislative process in the Senate has completely been captured in the first two sessions. We have seen a baggage of unconstitutional bills, all sponsored by the Kenya Kwanza regime. The Constitution, under Article 96(2), requires that the House considers and debates all legislations relating to devolution. In the first two sessions, we have seen neither consideration nor debate on key bills that clearly claw back on devolution. These include the SHIF and the Health Promoters Bill. We have seen the emergence of phenomenon where shortcuts are taken to fast-track government bills, limit debate on the floor, and elected leaders asking the Speaker to put the question without any debate. This phenomenon was taken to absurd heights during voting of the DORA 2023, when the majority side voted against the recommendation of the House's own Committee of Finance, allocating counties 407 billion. In the same breath, private members' bills sponsored by the members of the minority have faced a myriad of frustrations, including undue delays to the pre-publication stage, publication and processing at the committee stage, not to mention scheduling for debate. Our members have also complained of outright plagiarism and hijacking of their legislative ideas by various ministries. The best example of this is the Digital Health Bill, initially sponsored by Senator Hamida Kibwana. This is part of the reason we saw no point of participating in today's retreat, when it is clear this pattern will continue in this session. There are a number of manifestly unconstitutional bills currently before the House, including the Water Bill and the Housing Bill, amongst others. Number two, unconstitutional limitation of the representative powers of the members. The Speaker has made it impossible for members to present matters affecting the electorate for debate on the floor. This is done in various ways. Firstly, the Speaker has repeatedly and without legal justification refused to approve questions and motions sponsored by the members of the minority. In this last session, motions to censure the Cabinet Secretary, Moses Kuria, for his attack on the media, the Inspector General of Police for his conduct during the opposition protests, and many others were rejected in order to protect the image of this regime. We have also seen well choreographed attempts to stifle debates on the floor through the unequal application of the standing orders. Some members of the Speaker's panel appear to be under instructions to allow numerous and repeated frivolous points of orders whenever a member of the minority is on the floor. There was also disproportionate meting out of harsh punishment for alleged transgression by members of the minority without even leaders being thrown out of the slightest infraction. The latest such incident involved minority leader Stewart Mazayo with Senator Veronica Maina presiding. Despite a formal complaint written to the Speaker on the conduct of Senator Veronica Maina, the Speaker has neither acted nor even had the courtesy to respond to the complaint. This continues a pattern of ignoring communication from the minority side on various matters, including reorganization of committees, which the Speaker has flatly refused to act upon months after this was communicated to him. The leadership of the minority has attempted to dialogue over these matters, including at various retreats with the Speaker and the majority leadership. But no action has been taken to correct the situation. In view of the foregoing, the minority demands the following action be taken by the Speaker. Number one, immediate recusal of members of the panel notorious for stifling debate and not applying House rules equally. Number two, immediate response to all communication addressed to the Speaker from the leadership of the minority, including the complaint on the conduct of Senator Veronica Maina and reconstitution of committees. Number three, strict application of the standing orders during debates without bias, as well as the Speaker ruling on each point of order.
Being patient with us and with Jeff Kirui.